So I recently helped a client buy a co-ownership in downtown Toronto, and I wanted to create this video because I wanted to talk about that process and also take an opportunity to talk about how a co-ownership is different than a condominium. There's a lot of confusion in this, and clients regularly see buildings in really good areas, and a lot of times units are available for sale below the condominium market value of an equivalently sized unit. And I just get questions where people reach out and they're like, okay, what's with this unit? And then when I look into it, advise them that it's a co-ownership, then the questions start. The main question that I get is, how is a co-ownership really different than a condominium? So in a condominium, you own your unit and you own a proportionate share of the common elements. You have title to your unit. In most cases, you also have title to your parking spot and to your locker, meaning that you can sell that locker or you can sell that parking spot. In a co-ownership, you don't actually own your unit. You own a percentage of that co-ownership, along with all the other owners that own a percentage of that co-ownership in the building. And your unit is technically actually assigned to you. Same thing with parking, same thing with a locker. So many times you buy a unit and you have to wait until you close on that unit before you can go to property management and request to get a dedicated parking spot assigned to you. So it's important to do some investigation and some digging ahead of time. Maybe speak to the property management and see if there are parking spots available in the building to be assigned. In most cases, there is, but you want to confirm. Co-ownership is something that was much more popular in the 80s and the 90s. A lot of the buildings that we see that are co-ownership today, and there's a limited amount in the city of Toronto, these used to be rental buildings that were converted to co-ownership, where people can buy into that co-ownership and then start owning a share of it and essentially owning in the building. Now, another factor that many buyers are not aware of is that the qualification to get a mortgage on a co-ownership is different than on a condo. A lot of lenders don't actually lend on co-ownerships. If you have a pre-approval from, let's say, one of the big 5 banks, that pre-approval most likely will not apply. You have to go to specialized lenders to get financing for a co-ownership, like a credit union. Meridian is one of them. So make sure you speak to your mortgage broker ahead of placing any offer, and any offer should also be conditional. Condos have a status certificate. A co-ownership has an estoppel certificate. Essentially, it's the same thing. It's kind of like the blood work of the condominium or the co-ownership. It breaks down how they're doing financially. There's normally minutes there from the last annual general meeting, talks about any potential litigation or lawsuits that the condominium or co-ownership may be involved in, building rules, policies, all of that is covered. Make sure that any offer that you place on a co-ownership is conditional upon your lawyer reviewing that estoppel certificate, because you want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence and also purchasing in a building that is in a good state. Offers on purchasing a co-ownership are also going to be conditional on that co-ownership's board approval of you as a buyer. What they're mostly concerned about are the financials, because they want to make sure that you can continue to pay the monthly maintenance fees. One of the things that people don't know in a co-ownership is that in most cases, the property tax is part of those maintenance fees. And because these are essentially a lot of times older buildings, you're also going to find that heating, hydro, water are usually included as well. Sometimes even cable TV and internet is included. So there's a lot of good value in this. However, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, co-ownerships are not really something that we see a lot of in the GTA. There's a select few buildings throughout the city, but no new co-ownerships are being built. I think that probably most are just conversions from rental into co-ownership. This can be a great opportunity for you if you have a more limited price point and you want to be in a top-notch area. Like the property that I helped my clients buy was in Yonge and Bloor, and I would say that the price that we got for that unit compared to, let's say, purchasing a comparable condominium of comparable size in that area was like probably almost half of what the market value of a condo is. But again, this particular unit didn't have central air conditioning. It didn't have ensuite laundry. You could get ensuite laundry installed in your unit if you wanted to through the building's contractor at an extra cost, but this one didn't. And a lot of the residents were also doing a ductless air conditioning conversion system. So again, it's not for everybody. Some buyers that I work with, like for them, not having built-in ensuite laundry or not having central air is like a non-starter, but this is great for somebody who's looking for a good location and they have a limited price point, as long as they can get financing from one of these credit unions for a property. And also do keep in mind that you're going to be, in most cases, required to have at least 30% down as your down payment. Hope you found this video to be insightful. I wanted to just kind of take a few minutes and break down how co-ownership is different from a condo and talk about my experience in purchasing one with my clients. If you want to know what type of co-ownership projects we have available for sale in the Greater Toronto area, there is a link to book a call with me in the comments section of this video. As always, if you could like, subscribe, and share this video, I would very much appreciate it. My name is Zhvanetskiy, Toronto Realtor, Remax Condos Plus. I'll see you next time on your Toronto Condos.